here today for a video perhaps for the non-knitters among us. Top 5 things you should not say to a knitter. I don't know what it is. When you see somebody knitting, it's like people are compelled to comment, but don't really seem to know what exactly to say. Let's talk about the things you definitely should not say, though. Number 5, my grandma knits. My second cousin once removed knits. I don't know how to respond to this. That's nice. There's not a whole lot going on with that statement, and I don't know where to go from there. It's great that your grandma, or it always seems to be an older relative, knits. I still don't know what I'm supposed to say after you tell me that. Congratulations? I don't know. It's a very random thing. Do you think it's a club where we all know each other? Like tens of millions of people knit around the world, so yeah, lots of people knit. We don't know where to go from there once you've told us that a random relative that you have that we don't know also knits, so not a great jumping off point. Let's skip that one. Number 4, you can buy that cheaper at Walmart. We know. We are not knitting because it's saving us money. For the most part, it is definitely not saving us money. We're well aware of that. Even if the materials were cheaper, we're still putting all this time into it. So I don't know if people think they're telling you something you don't know. Like, I think we all know you can buy a bag of socks at Walmart for $10. I mean, even at the most basic level, obviously the quality of something, you're inherently like comparing the quality of something at Walmart to something that I am making with my own 2 hands. I don't love it. Yeah, of course things are cheaper at Walmart or Target or wherever because they're not handmade. And if I were just looking to get the cheapest possible product, I wouldn't be knitting in the first place. So yeah, we know how much things cost. We're aware that our hobby is not saving us money. They're not telling us something we don't know. They're just making us make this face. Number 3, you should sell that. I bet you could get, stop right there. This one is, I know it's well-intentioned, but the thing is, whatever number you're gonna say is wrong. So let's say you see somebody knitting a pair of socks and you wanted to, oh, I bet you could sell those for $25. Just the yarn cost me $25. That's not even taking into account the hours that went into making the socks. A beautiful hand knit sweater, I bet you could sell that for $100. Just the yarn cost $100. Then there was about the 40, 50, 60 hours of labor I put into actually knitting the sweater. So I know you're trying to pay us a compliment by suggesting that other people would be willing to pay money for whatever it is that we've made. But years of experience have taught us that people are not actually willing to pay a fair value price for our knitting. So again, I know this is well-intentioned, but whatever number you're going to say, unless it's in the triple digits, it's not a number that reflects the materials and time and energy that went into making whatever it is we're making. Not to mention, not everybody is looking to monetize their hobby, but that's sort of a different issue. Number 2, can you make me, if you know somebody who knits, if they think that you will value their knitting, they will probably make you something on their own. If you have just, I don't understand why this happens, but you just like see a stranger out knitting and ask them to make you something, that's a whole different ball game. But this happens to people. Knitting is a labor of love. as discussed in the previous point, it is generally speaking not really fairly valued by society. So if I knit something for somebody, it's because I love them and want to show them that I care about them. And I also trust that they are going to take care of whatever it is that I have made for them, because hand knit garments require so much more care than regular garments. They have to be hand washed, they have to be dried, air dried. They have to be stored carefully so that they're not eaten by bugs. So yeah, if I think you are what we like to call knit-worthy, I will make something for you of my own volition. Asking that, I'm going to recommend against that. Most of the time, if you know somebody who is a knitter and they haven't made something for you, that's going to be because you're not really close enough for that, or based on, I'm sorry to say, your behavior, they don't think that you're going to take good enough care of their work. And of course, once you give a gift, you don't really have any say in what happens to it. But at the same time, when we're talking about a handmade gift, we want to make sure they're going to someone who values them as much as we do. So please don't ask people to knit for you, and really please don't ask strangers or acquaintances to knit things for you. And the number one thing you should not say to a knitter: what are you crocheting? I know this is tricky, and not everybody is well versed in the fiber arts. This is a crochet hook. It is what is used to make crochet. These are knitting needles. This is what is used to knit. If they are using 2 needles, they are knitting. If they are using 1 hook, they are crocheting. The fabric is different. The usages are generally different. They are 2 different skills. So it's nice that you maybe want to start a conversation with somebody, but you are not getting off on really the right foot if you are misnaming their craft. So again, hook, singular, that's crochet. Needles, 2, they may be connected like this, but there are still 2 of them, that's knitting. And there you have it, the top 5 things you should not say to a knitter.